I'm a man who's always been proud of my ability to take care of myself and my family. And this got its trial 4 years ago when I was already living with my wife Sophie in a senior housing. But 4 years ago, bad times came to Sophie and me, so bad that we neglected our rent payments, and it exceeded what leeway the management could give us. They evicted us. And here we were. We were on the street, just with some meager belongings. And I was thinking desperate thoughts. I knew that I had to find some alternative and find it quickly, and I have not done any thinking about it at that time yet.
I'd wanted to be a sister since I was a little girl. My mother even made me a little habit to wear so I could play school. And it's just been a big part of me all my life. Right now, I'm working with the immigration program, and my work there is helping the families and individuals who have become permanent residents and now they're ready for their citizenship. Usually, if there's one that doesn't speak English, then those are the ones that I get to work with. And I grew to love the Hispanic families very much. I like people generally, but there was a part of my heart that went to these people who suffered so much and who had to overcome so many obstacles to be able to get to where they were then, which was just on the first rung of the ladder. And so that was when I began to really concentrate on and aim toward bettering their lives. They give so much of themselves so that they can help others. And it's hard for them to get the money to be able to even apply for their citizenship. So that put some of them, they had to borrow money or they had to work harder to be able to save it. When I have the opportunity to work with a family, to help them to take the little steps and the big steps that have to be taken for them to become citizens, it makes me feel very small in many ways, but it also makes me feel very, very happy and gratified that I have been able to help somebody take that big step toward opening their whole future for themselves. They are so willing to give that money to get their citizenship because for them, it's just opening up a whole new life. It's helping them to climb the ladder that they've started to make it to the top. And I hope they do.
I finished high school a year early. I had gotten pregnant right out of high school, and that relationship didn't work, which I felt that it was important for us to stay together no matter what, because my dad was never there. I had a lot of issues around that, and so from there I started partying a lot, and I liked the way it made me feel. I didn't have to think about anything. For a long time, when I was using, I would actually cry while I was doing it because I didn't want to, but I felt like I needed it. And I knew that I can do so much better because I've been there, I went to college, I've done all that, but I just couldn't stop. I didn't want it anymore. I wanted my kids, I wanted my life back. I just didn't know how to do it. That's what led me to program and then Catholic Charities. And I actually didn't really know what they can do for me. But I walked in and I was 25 and I seen Kay. That's gonna make me cry. I told her my situation and she moved me in the day after. I told her I was too old for the program. She said, "You're however old I want you to be." I was able to learn to trust people to help me. And I learned real living experiences, some parenting skills. It actually put me in the spot where I can learn how to do things right because I never really did. I feel really good about the things that I'm doing. I still have a lot of guilt to deal with, but I'm proud that I'm being a real parent now, and I have a real job, and I'm actually doing it all myself. So paying my own bills and all that feels pretty good. It's really not that hard. I remember thinking I wouldn't be able to do it, but I've just kept going through all the challenges, and I don't even want to go back.
And here we were, and I knew that I better find some place for us real quick, because Sophie can't be walking around with me while I'm trying to find if there's any opportunity to find another place to live. I knew I couldn't even pay for a room in a motel for that night because I had something like $20 on me. So I used some of that money to get us a quick ride to county of Sonoma welfare agency. After some discussion, the decision was for us to see Sister Kathleen McGrath, who was in charge of the Catholic Charities Senior Support Center. I never heard of the place before, but Sister Kathleen had a way with her that was magical. She didn't question us too much. She knew what happened. She knew that we needed a safe harbor, and just in her eyes I could see that we found it. They really showed a great deal of care for us, and never forget it. I do feel as though everyone I know in the Catholic Charities is like members of a family to me. This is my story.